Hi guys, thanks for joining me today as I scrapbook this photo of myself with my nephew William. That's at Christmas time from 2009, and I'm using this craft cardstock that came in the March Hip Kit Club kit. Most of the papers that I'm using for this collection came from that kit. That yellow floral that you saw me use there is from the kit, but it's a American Crafts Dear Lizzie from the Daydreamer collection, the hula hoop, and then that cream piece of paper there I used with the little teal border on it is actually the packaging from those October Afternoon Daily Flash snap caps that came in the kit. So the die cuts are in that little golden glass bowl there, but that I used the packaging to make myself another layer. And I inked all the edges of the papers with walnut stain distress ink, and the goal for this layout was to use up most of these stars that came from the kit. They're from October Afternoon Daily Flash. They're called Flash Chips. That's the Stars and Hearts package. So I just wanted to like scatter them around on the left side of this layout, and then I already, before the video started, I went through and tried to figure out the layout of my layers, which is why it didn't take that long on video to figure that out, because I had that figured out beforehand. I'm trying to do that a little bit more now so that you know, I have a place to start before I start recording. So it won't always happen, but sometimes when I'm thinking about things a certain way, and I did cut that photo down. It was a 4x6 photo, but I cut it down. I don't know what the dimensions are. I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive from Scotch to put these hearts down. And like I said, I'm just scattering them around the left side of the layout. And unfortunately, I wasn't, if you can see on the left side of the screen there, there are some dark wood grain. And at first I didn't think I was going to use those, but as you'll see later on, I do actually get use out of them. So I was very happy about that. And now I'm marking the paper because I want to use, if you see those little bathroom cups, I have my eyelets in there. And I haven't used eyelets in a you know, a year and a day. So I decided that I would use some eyelets on this page. And when I went to Kentucky, my brother and sister-in-law's neighbor Candy, who I love, she's fantastic. I had mentioned in my scrapbook room video where I took you guys on a tour of my room and showed you the eyelet drawer, I mentioned that I hadn't been able to find the little plastic containers that I use to keep my brads in, so I just opted to use these little bathroom cups because they were around and available. And she actually found the little plastic, they're like little plastic containers, but they're like 10 for $1, and that's what I really wanted because, you know, they're cheap, and I'm just keeping brads in them and now eyelets. But she found them. That was the sweetest thing ever. You know, I mean, she really takes care of my family. They're in Kentucky and I'm in Maryland, and she, you know, and my brother was deployed over the past year in Afghanistan, and she just really takes care of my family. She's just a great person, and for her to remember that and go out and get me those things at the, you know, oh, it just, I don't know. There are really, really good people in the world. There you go. You can see the whole drawer now of but that has since changed. I now have them in all of my little containers that Candy was so nice to buy me, and I don't know. They're just, you know, there are days when you wonder, you know, if all the good people in the world are gone, but no. And I mean, even with this, you know, even with this YouTube community, it's really a great supportive community. So it's a daily reminder that there are a lot of really good, true-hearted people in the world. So that's good to know, you know. So I'm just using my Big Bite. I don't know what the heck that tool is called. I think it's called a Big Bite. I've had it forever, and I only use it pretty much to set set eyelets, I'm sorry. So I used eyelets that were the same color as my hearts, and then I just scattered where that positioning was going to go as well, and I punched the hole out with the Big Bite. I think it's a Big Bite. I think it's a Big Bite. And now I stopped the video there for a second because I wanted to go back and go through some supplies in my room, because even though I knew like the layout design for my like pattern papers and things, I wasn't sure about embellishments on this layout after I dropped all those hearts on the left hand side. So I stopped the video there just so I could run around my room and look for some things. And I found these two sticker sheets from Basic Gray. One is from Hello Luscious and the other one is from Piccadilly, and this one here says You and Me. And I thought, you know, Will and I, he used to be such a cuddle bug, but now he doesn't want anything to do with you. You know, those kids, they get older and then they don't want to cuddle. What is up with that? Um, but so I decided here, I think, that I'm going to just write my journaling down on this piece of paper before I start to adhere it down on the layout so that I have the room that I need to write what I want, and that I don't put like dimensional adhesive behind it or something like that, and then it's impossible to write on. So I'm just figuring out where I want to lay these things here. And then here's a little, the one thing that I wanted to make sure is there are two red, very red hearts on the left hand side, so I wanted to make sure I balanced that out with something red on the left, on the hearts are on the left hand side, so I wanted to balance that out with something red on the right hand side. So I'm going to use that little date sticker that says it's from October Afternoon, that from that snap caps from Girl Talk, and it says date and location in red, so it'll pull the red over. And I'm also going to use red in the title, so that helps. Here's a little pink sticker that I just inked up and used it as fill in some space along that that middle of the page right there, and there's that red label that I talked about. I'm not going to leave it there, but that's where it's going to sit for now. And then that little tag says best ever, and then the tag I did my journaling on says remember this. So I'm still going through my stickers. This sticker here says Circle of Love, which I really liked because I knew that I wanted to title this layout Arms Full of Love, and just that the sticker said Circle of Love, because like I've got my arms around her, I'm circling him, you know. So the little, and it's pink, but I don't care. It's about, you know, he and I, so I don't, him and me, I don't care that it's pink. So let's see, what else am I doing? Okay, I've run off. Oh, look at this. I'm actually going to pull out some wax paper and try to do my titling on this here wax paper. Mostly because I set the photo and the mats a bit askew, and I wasn't sure how I was going to fit my very long title on here. I knew I wanted Arms and Love in large, bold letters so you could really see them, and then my Full of, the two middle words of the title, in a smaller font. And I thought that I was going to use aqua, and it turns out that I'll eventually change my mind and I will use yellow letters, and the letters I'm going to use are actually going to be from Webster's Pages. But I'm going to try to get these, the problem with the turquoise or the teal or the sky blue or whatever you want to call that color, the problem, they were too big, they didn't fit. Which was one of the problems, and then I didn't like that color against the craft background. So I'm actually going to change it and use these Webster Pages. These are very old. They're from Storytellers. They're from the Palm Beach collection, and they're just a script font, and I'm going to use them to spell out the words full of. And that's all I'm doing here. I think I'm going to back this volume up a little bit. I think I'm like screaming in your ear. So I want to back that up just a little bit as I'm playing with my... So if I just got softer there, that's why. I just backed that volume down a little bit because I tend to talk loud. I come from a family of 5. You know, 5 kids. So either you talk loud or no one talks to you. Or you're not heard, you know. So I talk pretty loud, and then I'm used to doing like, what do you call it, like public presentations and things, so I have that sort of projecting voice, but I'm talking into a microphone and really don't need to do that. So I thought about changing the letters out to those other ones, but then I decided that I really like the script font and I was going to use them. These stickers that I'm using are they're called Apartment, and they're the red color, but the font is Apartment, and they're old. I got them at TJ Maxx, I think, for like $1.50 or something, so that's why you'll see that I definitely needed to add some adhesive to that. So I just used my quick dry adhesive, and here's where I decide that I'm going to put these 3 brown hearts on the page, because I just needed to fill up some space under the word arms there. I had some weird space. And then I'm going to use a couple of these enamel dots, or no, they're gems from Freckled Fawn from the embellishment kit, and I'm just going to put 3 of them along the on the hearts, and I decided I need another eyelet. So now it's just filling in spaces. Oh, I'm not adding another eyelet. That eyelet wasn't sitting right. I didn't put it on right the first time. That's what I'm doing. And now it's just a matter of, you know, filling in spaces and making sure that, you know, I'm happy with what it looks like, basically. So here's another little sticker, and this one says, P.S. I love you. I just felt like that side needed some teal. That right hand side there needed some teal. So I just went ahead and added that there. And now I'm going to do some misting. I'm going to use 3 different colors of Mr. Huey's mist. I'm going to use Taxi, First Kiss, and Bluegrass. And I'm just going to mist in the upper left and the lower right to kind of pull the eye from one side to the other in the direction that we read. So just to move the eye a bit. Here I went to get the other 2 colors. That's Taxi there, and then the other one will be First Kiss. And I'm just sprinkling them on. And then I think, as I'm looking at it here, I think I'm done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up here, and hopefully the camera, there we go. The camera's going to focus, and I'm going to give you some close-ups. I know a lot of people do this on their process videos, so I thought maybe it's something that you guys wanted to see. So I just decided to do that. So there it is. And then you'll also see at the end, I'll show you a picture of the layout. And that's basically it. Very quick, easy layout, very minimal pattern paper, and that's the final layout. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time. I hope you're having a good day. Bye.